and that's why we're selling now our membership tickets as an NFT, which they will have governing and some utility feature, but we can talk about it a bit later. Just here, yeah, sure.
Can I add on something here, because I've seen this as kind of a lack of information being provided from our side, because for example, in the centralized crowdfunding model, right? So you have the users in these platforms where you can register, for example, on any centralized exchange as a user, and you can decide in which projects you can share your money and which you wouldn't share. The difference here is that if you want to build a decentralized crowdfunding, you need governing members. So these are not the users who will put their money into a venture or a project. These are the people who will actively be involved in how this network or how this platform would develop in the future. So that's why we have released these membership tickets, or these Genesis NFT tickets, which are our almost like governing body. In DAO terms, these are our members who will vote and decide which projects are going to be listed, which projects are going to be bootstrapped, and how overall Stitchia Network is going to develop in the future. And also our users in centralized terms are going to be the NFT collectors. So basically, we wouldn't ask for someone to register on our platform in order to bootstrap or help an idea to be fundraised. This is going to be open for everyone. So we are going to list these NFTs on our marketplace as well, and most probably we're going to share some pieces of them into other like NFT platforms. But the differentiator here that we don't have users, we have members. And this is our community, which will help us manage and govern the platform. The users could be anyone with a wallet and with crypto willing to buy an NFT and to help this idea to raise funds.
Yeah, very well said. Very well said.
Okay.
This is something which is quite misleading, because most of the people see centralized crowdfunding and they say, okay, right, so I'm a bit confused here. So if I want to kind of help this, I need to buy a ticket, and then I need to give additionally money to anyone or being listed there. This isn't our case. So when you get your ticket, you become a lifetime member. So basically almost like being part of the governing body and helping out the wider board of directors to decide how this network would develop in future. While we wouldn't have users to register, we wouldn't ask them. So basically this is open for everyone, with a wallet and a desire to collect NFTs.
Sorry.
No worries. I just want to mention very briefly about this, the difference between the Web 2 and the Web 3 crowdfunding. In the Web 2, there is just one guys of or a few guys of directors, and they decide which project to be approved and which one not. And here there will be 1,111 people that they would decide which project to be accepted or not. So we're giving power to the people.
And this is also our very own challenge right now, because we don't want to create hype and oversell this or kind of sold out these tickets in a minute, right? Because essentially we'd like these 1,111 members to be as diverse as possible, with different backgrounds, with different expertise, with different knowledge, with different professions, because this will give you the wider aspect and the wider view of being able to decide which ideas make sense to be bootstrapped and NFTized and fundraised through NFTs. So we don't want like a bunch of 1,111, blockchain speculants who would like to buy something now and in 1 year kind of get 10x return. we want value members. We want members who would be interested to participate and to help ideas
and
develop over time.
Additionally, to add on that, there will be also, I mean, if I can continue with the another solutions, this is one of the very important and the crucial features about the blockchain. There is no limitation globally, so whoever has internet connection, he could participate and be part of the DAO and of the network. This is another challenge, which now we're doing our best to solve. And as we mentioned before about the future-proof value, this is what we mean through the metadata, which Anton mentioned. The participants of the cell, they could prove that they were part of that cell. For example, your city is very polluted, and some guys built a machine that could clean the air pollution, and they reached to us, and we make the NFT collection with collaboration with artists and with the creators, and they're selling that NFT collection. And then this machine worked out very well. It could clean the air. I mean, this is very abstract, but anyway, it's a very good example. And people are participating gladly in that project, but later, when this is mainstream and people are very proud that they participated in that project, they could sell their NFT for a profit, and another people could be in that earlier participation, and the royalties would go to the artists and to the creators and also to the Stitchia DAO treasury. So we're trying kind of to give power and yeah, exactly. Thank you.
Close the loop. So basically, in simple terms, and there are many examples out there, right? So I do remember, I don't know kind of the specific details, but I've read about the story last year about a person with disabilities who was using some device which wasn't really helpful. So basically, he reached out to the company manufacturing this device and said, "Hey guys, I have ideas how to improve this, because right now this doesn't help me." And the company responded, well, this is not commercially viable. It would take us like whatever time to develop or whatever money to develop. So yeah, we couldn't make it. And this person, so basically reached out to the community, and within 30 days, so basically a lot of engineers, 3D prints guys came up and built a powerful community and developed a prototype, which was something like, I don't know, 5-10 times cheaper to develop, and like, yeah, I don't know how many times much more effective than the current solution. So in simple terms, that's what we are trying to build in here, leverage because people want to bring in value. They want to do things beyond their personal comfort of kind of living in a good place and having great food and seeing great places, right? They want to make a change. More and more people want to bring in additional value, which would essentially give them this nice feeling that, yeah, they do something that matters, right? Because we've all been working for someone, and we've always been unhappy by doing something which doesn't really make sense or doesn't really like adds up or kind of, yeah, give you this feeling of that you're actually making a change here. So that's why our solution is focused on this. So we would leverage a DAO model. So basically, we won't rely on few people to control this and who decide who and what. We have a community. So basically building a governing body which will decide which projects to raise. We have 3 main use cases in focus to start with. which are wider enough to capture a lot of the bits which has been overseen in the past. We also want to properly kind of almost like put the NFT hype into its right place. So instead of saying, hey guys, buy this monkey and we will give you bananas on the back of it, we would like to say, hey guys, buy this NFT, whatever the picture in the front might be, a monkey or cat or dog or an alien or whatever it might be, even like a fine art. But buy these because you will back up the idea, and this idea, if it goes commercial, could potentially come back to you in X, Y, and Z time and say, hey guys, thank you very much for believing in us. So we would give you as a return kind of, something nice. It could be money, it could be anything really. So yeah, I wouldn't like to speculate right now because this is still kind of the wider shot, but you get where I'm going, right? So basically to have a piece of something which will prove that you've been one of the people that helped this thing fly and could kind of have a sense to hold this. So beyond the speculative value, that if you kind of bootstrap a business idea which could go from zero to hero, and potentially your NFT, which was cost X, Y, and Z in the past, could be like X, Y, and Z times 100 in the future, and you can like resell this. If you decide to hold it, this venture could come back to you and say, hey, thank you for believing in us when we kind of really needed it. So yeah, the No Limitations Global is quite of a thing, because right now, if you want to participate in crowdfunding, you need to register, you need to go into KYC, which is fine. We will do our very own KYC with our members, so we wouldn't like onboard terrorists and pirates and scammers into our governing body. So we would ask our DAO members or ticket holders to provide at least the necessary basic KYC to know who we are, right? I don't want to have Osama bin Laden's cousins as one of the DAO governance members, right? So we would have this.
Sure.
But from a user side, blockchain gives you a wider platform to sell this to anyone. You could be in Australia or you can be in the South Pole, and you can still like buy NFT and take part of it. So yeah, this is another good thing. So also blockchain gives you a transparent fund flow, which is currently one of the challenges in the centralized model, because you don't see how money move. While in blockchain it's easy, right? You go into any scanner of the network and you can see where the money are going, how they're being spent, who is getting them, who is, what, how, and when. And also, like Bobby did mention, we want to bring in other cool stuff which would almost like bring a circular model. So once the project is basically successfully sold, this would feed in some of the fees and money into our treasury, which will help initially put some money into the next idea. So basically close this loop. Also
that's
another important thing, which is tightly connected to our desire and aim to have a diversified members list of NFT holders. We are also spanning out kind of an academy site, not really an academy, more like an educational venture where we would aim to upskill everyone with all things blockchain and crypto, because this is still of an issue. So blockchain is here for like more than 10 years. So Bitcoin is here for more than 10 years. Blockchain as a term, I think it popped up around 2012. But anyway, it's still quite new. So most of the people still don't get a grasp with it. So we would need to upskill this. We would need to inform. We would need to showcase who are the good and bad. We would need to help our members and the wider community know what exactly is happening there to prevent like situation like Luna, right? Because I mean, personally, I'm not saying that I'm a witchcrafter, but I didn't like this guy since the beginning. He was too arrogant, and potentially his arrogancy has led to like people losing money, a lot of money. Billions of dollars has been wiped out in less than a week, and no one right now could chase any of this, basically. So yeah.
There are many such examples, one coin another, and many.
Oh yeah, our favorite Bulgarian, very own Bulgarian Ruja, who also disappeared with a bunch of billions.
So basically, this is where your Stitchia Academy will come in, right?
Yeah. So basically, this would kind of adds up. This would help us inform and upskill and basically share knowledge and insights on the back of our very own experience and knowledge and research and share, because this is something that you need to do if you want to take blockchain crypto into the mainstream.